Ich habe jetzt tatsächlich hier den Ville bei mir sitzen. Er hat jetzt schon eine Menge Interviews gegeben und ich werde ihm jetzt natürlich auch noch ein paar Fragen stellen. Ville, do you like to be on interview tour?
No, I like to play music.
Okay.
I'm a musician.
How many drinks did you have?
So far, well, maybe 5 or 6 beers and a bit of Jägermeister as well.
You already got to know Sven, the singer of the band who will be your support, Seraphim?
Yeah, I'm really happy about the fact that they're coming on the tour because I was, and I still am, a huge fan of the Dreadful Shadows. And actually the funniest thing was that we have a track called Gone with the Sin on one of our albums, and I made a demo of that song. The first version of the song had his lyrics on it because I hadn't had the time to write lyrics, so I just read the booklet from a CD and sang on it, but I lost it because it could have been so great to give him that as a present. But I'm really happy that he's around, and I like the Seraphim record a lot, so it's good stuff. I'm happy, I'm honored.
So what do you think? How will the crowd react when first listening to Seraphim? Do you think this band fits very good to yours?
Well, let's say that anybody who's going to listen to Seraphim is going to be... well, I'm going to be really disappointed if people don't like him. And I think that, everybody after listening to what they have to offer musically has to be an idiot if they don't like what they hear. I really do like the band. It's a great band. The album's great. Yeah, good stuff.
So many girls are in love with you and adore you for your music, but I have already asked you, but if you would have to describe yourself, which bad habits do you have so to tell the girls, don't ask this guy for a date?
Let's say that I'm at the tender age of 27, and let's say that because I smoke too much, it really does affect the erections. So all the young ladies should definitely avoid all the young men and me who do smoke.
Okay, so you will probably...
Number one.
Okay, so you will probably be not able to have more than 2 or 3 girls after the show?
Well, I've got one girl waiting for me back at home, and she's enough. And she's more than enough, so I'm happy because of that.
Okay, ihr seht, er ist ein braver Junge. Hallo ihr zu Hause vor dem Fernseher. Ich sitze hier immer noch gemütlich mit Ville von Him und er ist ja hier momentan auf großer Interviewtour und wird natürlich auf seiner Tour auch wieder jede Menge Leute treffen müssen. Ville, what is the strangest story you have experienced while being on tour?
Well, let's say that the worst thing I've experienced on tour was the last tour in England where we're about 12 people touring the bus, and about 8 people had the stomach flu. And as you probably know, you can't shit in the tour buses because the toilets can't handle it. So it was not very nice when everybody was having high fever and shitting all about and vomiting all around. It was not a pretty sight, like a war field. So let's say that's the weirdest and the strangest tour I've ever been on. But the gigs were good.
What do you normally do when you need a moment for yourself? Do you listen to music maybe?
No, well, I try to read as much as I can. I love reading, and just sit in a hot like a bathtub, just bathe and read, smoke cigarettes, and that's the best way for me to relax.
And your band members and you are friends, or where do they come from? Do you all come from a special place in Finland?
Special place called the Asylum for the Insane. No, we're schoolmates. I've known Misha since I was about 8-9 years old, and I met Linda for the first time on the 7th grade, which made me 12 or 13. So they're all schoolmates, and that's the greatest thing about the whole band, that we are old friends and we can still do pretty good music together and tour around and travel around and have a good time while doing it.
Okay. And are you used to have a lot of parties while touring, or are you relax after the concert and not drinking too much, or it depends?
It's depending. It's been pretty hectic this year, and it's going to be pretty hectic. So I'm not young anymore in that sense. You know, I can't do all the bullshit I did before. So no hard drugs and no soft drugs. Maybe a bit of beer and maybe a couple of shots of some booze, but that's about it. That's the only thing I can handle nowadays.
You're very famous in Germany, but what are your plans for going abroad, like going to America?
We're actually going for the first tour in America in April. That's going to be pretty exciting because I've never been traveling there, and I've always loved touring because of the fact that you get to meet so many new people and you get to see so many new cities and you know, it's just it's going to be a wild experience. You know, we're playing small clubs, and I'm not thinking that we're going to be the saviors of rock and roll in any sense, but just hoping to have a good time with the good friends.
As you probably know, I work as a DJ. Do you sometimes DJ too?
No, never. I can't do it. I can't DJ at all. I tried once, but in Helsinki, but I broke all the CD players for some reason.
Okay, but you know a guy who likes to DJ a lot too, so you know Mozart of Umbreit Imago. What kind of guy is he? What do you think?
Well, let's say that if you're talking to your parents or some elderly people, you shouldn't be talking about that Mozart and the other Mozart in the same sentence. He's I'm glad that I've met him, and he's a great guy, and I appreciate his weird piece of art, what he's been able to conceive.